Hey, what's going on, fellow hobbyists? In today's video, what I want to do is show you guys, literally pull out a tub with the actual group of females and males that I'll be pairing together, so you guys can get a visual sense of what I'm thinking and, you know, start really kind of getting excited about the upcoming season. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I want to explain to you guys how I want to put this video together. What I'm going to be doing is showing you guys the male, and after I show you guys the male, I'm going to take out a tub with 2 or 3 females that he's going to be going to, so you guys can visually see my actual pairings. But the only reason I want to keep the male separate is because I don't want to accidentally start something. I don't think that's really possible, but I'm not taking any risk or any chances. So male first, then a tub full of females that he will be going to. Alrighty guys, so this is the first male that I want to show you guys. This is my Cypress Red Stripe. I'm really hoping that me doing this pairing might clear up a little bit if the Red Stripe and Cypress are actually a lilac or not. He will be going to 3 females, so I think it will be fairly reasonable to say if I don't hit any Cypress Red Stripes from 3 clutches, that it probably and I get no normals at the same time, will probably mean that this is actually an lilac combination. So this is the first male that I want to talk about. Okay guys, so I hope this is a pretty cool way of showing everybody what we plan to do this season. I've never really seen anybody do it this way, but I feel like watching or seeing the actual snakes in front of you might give you a real perspective of what we're trying to do. So some of the females you might see 2 or 3 times, because if the male seems a little bit stressed, I will be replacing that male with a different male and obviously get different combinations. So unfortunately, we do have a girl in shed today. This here is our pastel clown. She's about 1,500 grams. We're going to be trying to hit some Cypress Red Stripe pastel het clowns if they're not a lilac, or we're probably going to be, which I think is probably going to be the case, we're going to get a bunch of Cypress het Cypress het clowns and a lot of or Red Stripe het clowns, with the possibility of every now, you know, hitting the pastel in a couple of babies. So this is actually one of the key pairings that I think is going to happen, unless another male that I just got takes over this project. Okay, so on top of that, we have a Coral Glow Red Stripe. Now this girl here, I'm a little iffy about. I don't really have plans for her because she's not recessive or het for anything, and that's kind of a bummer. This was when I was first starting out and I wasn't really thinking about you know, what to pair her with, or like long term. Honestly, I just got this banana because Coral Glow, because they used to be so expensive, and you know, just being able to see something or have something that was like $65,000 in your collection, it's just amazing to me. So she is a Coral Glow Red Stripe, so the male might actually you know, probably hit a couple, maybe. Might be cool to see we could hit some Super Red Stripe Coral Glows. I don't know if that's been done. Some Cypress Red Stripe. Obviously, think about that. That's actually, I haven't even thought about that. If it is a lilac, I have a really good shot of actually creating a Cypress Red Stripe, which looks amazing if you guys really like the male. And on top of that, perhaps even with banana, which could be really, or Coral Glow, I'm sorry, which could be really cool. So that's one of the reasons why this girl might end up with that male. Alrighty, so then we have our spinner pied. Spinner pied female, sitting about 1,500 grams as well. I'm really digging Red Stripe and Pinstripe. You know, I think Pinstripe's one of those older genes that most people are forgetting about, but I really think it works well with the darker genes. And I really think Red Stripe and Pinstripe will look amazing. I'm a little worried about the Cypress and Spider, because I know the Super Cypress has a wobble. I know Spider can have a wobble. So that's I'm a little bit worried about that. I've heard some things about it, but not too much. So I'm not too sure. So can you imagine actually hitting Honestly, for this here, I'm really hoping just for a red stripe, pinstripe het pied. This is really my goal for this pairing, nothing more. I'm not really looking to get too many spiders, hopefully. I'm not trying to have too many spiders in my collection because of the wobble. I'm not talking smack, I just don't really like seeing it a lot. So this is actually one of the pairings too that I'm very, very happy about. Okay, and last but not least, we have this beautiful, beautiful pied girl. I really want to perhaps, will definitely hit some cypress or red stripe het pieds, and if they're not a lilac, some cypress red stripes het pied. So I'm really producing a lot of hets this year. I want to, you know, you just can't buy everything out there. It gets too expensive, especially when you're not rich like I am, right? We're pretty, you know, average income and stuff like that. So I really like the cypress. I like the red stripe, and I don't mind creating my own hats, especially because I do have full-grown females, and these genes are co-dominant. So which means that I can literally, a year after they're born, pair them back with other pieds I have, and start getting red stripe and cypress into actual visual pieds. So this girl will be another one that I'm really excited about. Alrighty guys, so this guy might actually start going to shed. You can see his belly here, it's a little pink, or a lot pink actually. So this is our ODYB leopard het for pied male. So this little guy, I'm super excited about him because he has a lot of genes that I don't have in visual pieds. I don't have visual OD in pieds. Well, visual OD. I don't have OD in a visual pied. I do not have leopard in a visual pied. So this is actually going to up my game quite a bit here. So this guy here is sitting at about 600 grams, and I want to show you guys the group of females that he will be going to. Okay, wow. If you don't mind me saying, what a beautiful group of snakes here. So I'll start with the most, I guess, a little bit more of a basic side. This is a little tricky here because she's only 1,200 grams, but she's about 2.5, almost 3 years old. And I was watching a video with JKR where he was saying how sometimes size doesn't really matter. Now, to me, it does matter, but I think if I breed her or start pairing her up, at least he was saying that it might kick up the feeding response to get her up to weight, even though they're not really breeding or actually getting logs. So I think it's worth a shot. So this here is a Super Pastel Orange Dream Fire. So as you can see, the male was very bright, very orange. I kind of want to take my collection in two routes, the dark side, the brighter side. And I think this girl here, seeing as she is Orange Dream, I may be lucky enough to hit a super OD, for sure pastel because she is a super pastel, and maybe some fire, which will be great to also get into the pied stuff because I don't have that gene in pied. The only downside is that the male is only a het for pied, so if I do breed that, I think I'm going to be getting 50%ers. So kind of sucks, but sometimes you just have to play that game. So this is one of the first girls that I'll probably be pairing up with that guy. Okay, so this girl here, no particular order, is our killer pied female. She's about 1,500 grams. I still think she's a beautiful example of super pastel and pied. I mean, the oranges or the yellows are so bright still. I don't know if this is normal, but I think that's common, right? You start seeing snakes and then you feel like your snakes are always the prettiest ones out there. But this girl right here, really beautiful snake, holding her colors really well. Again, man, trying to hit that OD YB pastel leopard pieds, or a combination of actual hats that are 100% hats. So there's no real losing in this pairing if he does end up with this female here. I think for me here, the best thing for me, I think I would love to see pastel yellow belly leopard. I kind of, I'm no purist at all, but I kind of don't like mixing OD and pastel together. I don't know why, because you could actually tell the difference or see the combination, you know, when they're actually mixed together. But for some reason, I'm not really a fan of that, and I feel like if I just hit the clean, you know, pastel yellow belly leopard pied, I would be really, really happy with that. Okay, so I hope you guys are enjoying the way that I'm actually doing this video. It's not something that I've seen too many times, but it might be a little boring just staring at a tub of snakes. This here is just another pied girl. Again, just trying to get OD YB leopard. Oh, if I could hit an OD YB leopard pied, male or female, I'll be so stoked. This little girl here is about 1,600 grams, so she's actually great size. She did give me clutch last year, but she's ready to go now. You know, I'm really hoping for that OD. I mean, at least OD and leopard. I do have a lot of other more chances to hit white yellow belly and other combinations. So, but the OD and the YB, I'm kind of just hoping that male gets me those, because that's pretty much the only opportunities I have. So this girl right here, again, 1,600 grams. Okay, and I think I saved her for last on purpose, but man, I don't know if you can see the colors on her. This here is our super enchy pastel pied female, 15 or 1,600 grams now. She's always super balled up, so this is a great example of why they're called ball pythons. So I won't try to, you know, I'm not gonna try to get a little sneak peek. This here, man, can you think about? I mean, here, honestly, I'm gonna sound like a complete dummy because I'm gonna say the complete opposite. Imagine if I could hit all the genes in here: pastel, enchy, orange ring, leopard, yellow belly. That's 5 genes on top of pied. I mean, that's gotta be crazy. I mean, I've seen a couple on Morph Market, but I don't think I've seen one with 5 genes stacked like that, you know. So I'll be extremely stoked if I hit it. But honestly, any combination of visual pieds from here will be awesome, because even just enchy pieds, in my opinion, are great. It's a great building block. So I'll be really excited just to hit that. So and I'm pretty much guaranteed all enchies. It's just a matter of how many visual pieds I actually get. Okay guys, so here we have our pastel pied male, which is also 100% het clown. So this little guy is pretty straightforward. I'll show you what I'm pairing him up to. And here she is with all her glory. This looks pretty small when you think about me holding her here. She's just a shorter snake, I think. For some reason, hasn't really got too long. But this girl's sitting at about 1,500 grams, and she is a bumblebee clown het pied. So I'm really hoping, again, I'm not really hoping for all the genes in here. If I were lucky enough, blessed enough to hit a double visual clown pied or clown pied, female or male, I'd be ecstatic. So this little guy isn't seeing any other female except this one here, so he could give me as many locks as possible to hopefully be able to get a clutch from this girl here. Alright guys, so here we have our killer yellow belly or gravel pied male in full shed. I'm gonna be pairing up some not too crazy stuff actually. I'm just really I'm hoping that I could prove him out one way or the other. So this is what I plan on pairing him up with. Okay guys, here we have another group of beautiful snakes. I'll start with her because she is in shed. She's just a pastel het for pied. Now, like I said before, she's not a real powerhouse. I mean, it's just a pastel het pied, but seeing as the male is a super pastel, I could still produce some pretty cool babies. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he does prove for gravel, and I could actually get some killer gravel stuff. So she's still actually pretty relevant to my breeding projects, but I also want to keep something that's heifer pied, because if I ever have a dinker project that I want to start working into pied, I don't have to use one of my more top tier females, genetically speaking, on that project. So sometimes I think it's good to have those snakes that you could use to tinker, tinker around with some projects. So this is actually one of the girls that he will definitely be seeing. That's for sure right there. The pastel head pied for sure. Here we have, again, the Super Pastel OD Fire. This is not really a certainty. She might actually see, I have her potentially pairing up with all the males that I have because the complexity of her genes, Fire, OD, and Pastel, you know, so it's kind of like, what do I do, you know? Do I pair her up with the OD YB Leopard just to create some more cool stuff, or what to do here? But I think what attracts me to this girl with that male is that I could actually, I'm guaranteed everything to be Super Pastel, right? And then on top of that, maybe OD and Fire, and everything would be 100% heifer pied. So probably not be anything that I'll be keeping from this clutch, but maybe I could produce something for people out there might need or want, you know, from here. So definitely something that I'm thinking about. Then, but this here is the pairing that I'm really looking forward to. This here is my yellow belly heifer pied female. I think this is my most anticipated clutch. If I'm so lucky to get a clutch of the year, just because I'll be able to prove him out and actually prove out the babies that I produced last year or this year still actually. And kind of, I hate the uncertainty, so I would really be glad to see either some super yellow bellies or some highways. And beautiful thing is that the males are actual visual pied, so anything will be that's not a visual pied will be 100% heifer pied, or I could be lucky enough to actually hit a highway, pastel highway pied, and which that would be sick. So again, just a yellow belly head pied female. Okay guys, so I actually had to bring him back into the room because he would also be hopefully getting up to size. I'm debating whether I should actually wait until December to start pairing, have him get up to about 5 months of age and about 500 grams before I start pairing him. He's already almost halfway there. He's about 220 grams. And I think something that could come really cool from here, you're gonna see. Okay guys, so this might be a super duper stretch. Honestly, I know this is me crossing my fingers, my legs, my eyebrows, my ears, my lips to have this happen, because I have heard that sometimes when the smell is too small, the female will refuse to lock with him just because of the size. But my plan would be to get puzzle into as many different recessives as possible. In this case, I don't have too many, so it'll be literally just pied and clown. So here what I would hope for is that just a 1.2 of pastel double head puzzle pieds. I think I'll be super stoked with that. I'm guaranteed the pastel because she is a killer, so super pastel, which, you know, I'm just trying to play the odds here. I think down the line 2-3 years from now, hitting some super puzzle pieds would be insane. So this will probably, if the male does go, he would get first dips on her, and if they do start locking or I see interest, she would not see anybody but him to maximize the chances of actually hitting on that clutch. Okay, on top of that, I would have to pair him up. This will be last resort. I don't really care about this project because, not that I don't care about it, but if I have to use him for just 1 or 2 pairings, I would rather him do the super pastel and pied and the pastel clown female. But it might also be cool if he's just a little monster to start getting other hats like fire and orange string for puzzle, right? So that might be really sick. So the good thing about her is that she does have those genes, and I may be able to get that into puzzle stuff. Okay guys, so I think here what I would want to do is do the same thing of this, like I was trying to do with a super pastel puzzle pieds. I would do the same thing here because she is pastel clown. I would try to get hopefully get a past 1.1 minimum, this ultra longer here because she's not a super pastel, but if I'm able to get a 1.1 of pastel double hats, that would be sick. So this is a little tougher though, because I do have that Cypress red stripe mouse. So, you know, both projects are really, really cool, and I'm really having a hard time deciding what to do here. And on top of that, just another pie. Just try to get that into as many pies as possible. Create my double head army. All females will be holdbacks. Maybe release a couple males, maybe a couple females, but try to keep the project really, really close to me and just have the odds. Again, I'm never gonna catch up to the bigger breeders, but I feel like if I stay focused and most of my stuff isn't pied, or I put as much effort into pied as possible, that would be great. Right, so and then let's not forget that I do have that pewter het for puzzle female, 2,700 grams, ready to go. So he would also be going to her. So I think if it came down to it, I would be happy with him just going to my killer pied, my pastel clown, and the het puzzle female. And that's it. Thank you for going through that really, really long video. I think we're gonna probably be about 25-minute long video, but just kind of want to give you, show you everything. I didn't pull out a couple females just because it was redundant, because I do have a lot of pied stuff. But that's generally the idea that I'm trying to go for. If you guys, hopefully you guys are liking it. If you guys wouldn't mind liking the video, maybe subscribing, sharing the video with some friends. And, you know, we're just really trying to show our, you know, just show all our journey and see what we're doing and just take it one day at a time. Thank you guys for watching so much. I'm Zoe. Until next time.